Chapter 13, Echoes of 9/11. The morning of September 11th, 2001, is etched into the memory of humanity. It was one of those days when time seemed to freeze, when disbelief hung heavy in the air, and when the very foundations of the world shifted in a single instant. Like millions of others, I watched in shock as the towers fell. But unlike most, I carried within me the weight of knowledge, the understanding that there was more to these events than what the public was told. For weeks leading up to that day, there had been an unsettling tension within the network. Subtle signals were passed through our channels, coded messages that spoke of a major event about to unfold. The details were fragmented, cloaked in secrecy even among us. All we knew was that a convergence point was approaching, a moment when choices made by humanity would ripple outward in ways that could alter the course of the century. When the attacks happened, I felt the sorrow of the world, but I also sensed the undercurrent of something deeper. This was not just an act of terrorism, it was a fracture point in the timeline. A door had been forced open, and through it, currents of fear and control would flow across the globe. The network's role was not to prevent the event, but to ensure that the energies unleashed did not spiral into chaos beyond repair. My part was small compared to the larger design, yet still vital. As a paramedic, I was tasked with holding the energy of service and calm during the days that followed. I remember stepping into the chaos of ambulance calls, tending to patients who were terrified of what might come next. My uniform became both a shield and a disguise, hiding the truth of who I really was. Every life I touched, every word of reassurance I spoke, was part of a greater effort to keep humanity from collapsing into despair. Behind the scenes, the network operated in ways unseen. Some of us worked in physical roles, others in the realms of information, and still others in the subtle fields of consciousness itself. The truth I was shown is that 9/11 was more than an attack on buildings. It was a strike against the collective heart of humanity. Fear was the weapon, and fear would be the chain. In the years that followed, the world would change dramatically. Wars, surveillance, and an atmosphere of mistrust that seeped into daily life. But within that shadow, sparks of awakening also began to glow. People questioned, searched, and sought truths hidden beneath the official stories. The network knew this duality was inevitable. Darkness always stirs the light, even when it tries to bury it. For me, 9/11 marked a turning point. It was the moment when my mission was no longer just about small, hidden assignments. I began to see how every action, every quiet choice, fed into a larger mission that spanned not just my life, but the future of Earth itself. The shadows of 9/11 would linger, but so too would the memory of resilience. Humanity had been wounded, but it had not broken. And though the world did not know it, beings like me, hidden in plain sight, were quietly anchoring stability. We were there to steady the balance, to make sure the fear that swept across the planet did not extinguish hope. My mission, once felt only in fragments, was now revealing its weight. This was no longer just about me, it was about humanity's future.